just wanted to bring you a really fun unboxing. This is the Gina K Fall Splendor kit, and worked with some dirt on the box. You can kind of get the size of it. This is basically like 8.5 by 11, and then maybe 1.5 2 inches wide. So you get kind of the size of these. I am a big fan of the Gina K kits, mostly because I really dig her art style, which is, because I would say, sort of sophisticated. You see a lot of silhouette cards and a lot of things like that, and a little less whimsical, which, between Spellbinders and Simon Hurley, I feel like I'm pretty well set up for whimsical things. And I have a sheet that says something on it. It says who packed it, and then I have a kitten here. So hooray. So we have a box inside another box. And this is the sort of standard size of our card kits. You're probably familiar with her line already, but she's got sort of both inks and stamps and dies and maybe embossing folders. I don't think I have one of hers if she makes them. But, and she makes adhesives and other stuff. So she's been around for a really long time and makes cool stuff. And we will see what's in here. There's one really cool thing in here, and then some other stuff that is, I don't know, also cool, but not necessarily a thing I would think of. They always come with a sheet, which I'm kind of ignoring because I like to kind of, remember what we got one thing at a time. And I will just start out with stamps. And you can see that this is sort of I'd say this is kind of her signature style, this very sort of ornate and sophisticated sort of, I don't know, almost like an ink drawn look. These work really good for silhouettes. So if you had, say, a watercolor background like this and then overstamped one of these guys, you get a really cool effect of, a lot of color in the background. Not much in the foreground. And we have a lot of Thanksgiving sentiments, many thanks, with thanks, thanks being the big one. So thanks and Thanksgiving are the primary sentiments, and there's all sorts of other things that go along with them. For Thanksgiving, we have blessing, Thanksgiving to you, blessings, a million thanks, happy Thanksgiving, thanks for everything, a bunch of thanks. Anyway, so pretty neat, very sort of, I don't know, figural kind of a leaf vibe going on. But we're going to probably do some Christmas cards next, but then eventually we'll get back to other stuff. The next thing is her ink line just released 2 new colorways, sort of this newer blue one and then a sort of an orchid purple kind of a color. And these are in 1-inch ink cubes, so a good way to try some new stuff. And then this is the thing, well, I'll grab one other thing here. And some nice pattern paper. I didn't actually know she made pattern paper, so let's just open this up a little bit and see what we get. Maybe I can peel this off. Oh, this does peel off nicely. Okay, good news. So what do we have? We have a lot of greens, a lot of blues, some foil. These you'll be seeing later. But this is sort of a heavier weight pad. Don't know if you can tell really from looking at the edge here too much, but it's probably more of like a 60-pound cardstock sort of feel to it. Probably similar to her layering cardstock, but a lot of fall, a lot of like these kind of like very sophisticated floral patterns. And then sort of one of the 2 stars of this kit, well, actually, there's one other thing I forgot about before we get there. And a die that cuts out thanks, which looks just like the thanks that we were looking at earlier. But sort of the star of this kit is this ephemera pad with these little registration marks, and then this die cutting plate, which basically can cut out all of the sentiments at once, where basically you would lay this over the top here and line up these registration marks and tape it down, and then you would cut everything out. And this comes with 12 sheets, and you can pick up more, but I really like this idea. I think this would have been cool too if, like, did the same thing, only you had like a stamp that did this, so you could kind of color your own things. So that's that. And then the final piece is a layering stencil set, which is sort of a fall floral. I'll pull it out so you can get a better look at it. Which is sort of hard to do, but we'll do our best. So it sort of has these three flowers, and then the leaves that go along with them, which is kind of hard to look at, but it's basically a 5-layer stencil. I really like these. These kind of are 6x6 size, so they give you a lot of options once you ink them out, to frame it differently for smaller cards, or you can cut them out and, use them. Whoops, well I just ripped the envelope. Oh well, minor troubles, but we shall survive. But there's a lot of, if you thought about like, a standard sort of A2 size card, like, this guy, right? Like, you have a lot of different, like, options for how you could potentially cut up a finished piece there. So that is the Autumn Splendor kit. I am really excited to basically try all this stuff. I've been really enjoying pattern paper ever since I started with the Kendra's Card Challenge. So I think it will be super neat. And I didn't say how expensive these boxes are. These are always $59, so I don't know. I think compared to other options we've sort of walked through, I guess I'll compare them to the Spellbinders kit because I looked at that most recently. You get a lot of dies, so if you're a die cutter, you're definitely going to like the Gina K kits a lot. Her Christmas kit that I think is coming soon is really kind of unique because it has a lot of sort of more generic winter stuff and not like super specifically Christmas. But anyway, coming soon, and if you liked any of the stuff, I definitely recommend checking her out because she's one of my favorite designers.